Hello everyone and welcome to the channel like Leo. Now I bring you this advice on how to make personalized cushions or pillows for your home and without the need to sew absolutely anything. And since the Day of the Dead and Halloween are approaching, that's why I decided to make them with these fabrics that perfectly represent these holidays. So let's see what we will need to make them. We are going to need the fabric or fabrics that we want to use, which in this case are to decorate at the Day of the Dead and Halloween parties. Some scissors to cut the fabric, the filling that is sold in any haberdashery and is also very cheap. We will also use marker or chalk and a ruler. So let's see how to make them. First of all, spread your fabric on a flat surface, in this case a table. Then, if you are like me, you will need a ruler or meter to perfectly measure the cushions you want to make. But it is totally optional. In this case, I make the cushion 50 by 40 centimeters. So mark the fabric well, and once marked, just paint the line with your marker so that later with your scissors you can cut as evenly as possible and inside the line that we just marked, so that the down line is not visible if it does so. Now mark another piece of fabric of the same size in the same way, since we need two identical ones. Likewise, cut with your scissors as best you can. But once finished you should have two pieces of fabric of the same size as the ones I show you on the screen. Having already cut the two pieces of fabric, we only put one face down since almost all fabrics have a right side and a wrong side. Then we take the other fabric and put it on top as I show you. Leave it as even as possible since we will make cuts to both of them together. Now we mark some 8 by 8 centimeter squares in each of the corners of the cushion. That is, 4 in total. Then we take our scissors and trim them as best we can so that they are very neat. Once they have been cut out, it should look as shown in the video. Now this is totally optional, but as I repeat, if you are like me, you better mark the lines that go from side to side joining the squares that we just cut, as seen on the screen. We do this so that when we make the next cuts they do not go beyond that line. Now take your scissors and you are going to cut around the entire contour of the fabric some strips, measuring approximately 1.5 centimeters by the 8 centimeters that are square at the edges measured. They don't have to be perfect, but they do have to be as even as possible so that they have a better finish. Once we have cut out all the strips, it should look like the one I show you in the video with all the fabric cut out around it. And here is the reason why we do not need any type of sewing. Just take the strips that we just cut and tie them one by one. You can tie a single knot, but I recommend that you tie two from the beginning so that it doesn't come loose when you are putting it together. This is merely optional, but I found it very useful. You can fix the fabric with some tacks by placing one in each corner and thus be able to continue tying the cushion without it moving, and it will be easier to identify each strip, since it can be a little confusing when tying each one. Just make sure to leave an open space at the end or in one of the corners to be able to put the filling of our pillow. Just add little by little and very carefully the filling you bought, or you can also reuse some pillow or cushion that you no longer use or this old one. And this way you can recycle something else in your homes to make something as beautiful as these decorative cushions. Once they have inserted enough filling, they only tie the rest of the cushion to leave it finished, as you can see on the screen. This one was a little small for me, but remember that you can make it any size you want. Now repeat the same process with the other fabrics that you are going to use. Mark them with your marker and cut them to the size you decide. Then put one on top of the other and cut 4 squares of 8 by 8 centimeters in each of the corners. They will have to do this on any cushion and of any size. Now just cut out some strips of about 1.5 centimeters around the entire contour of the fabric so you can start assembling your cover. Now tie each of the strips, preferably tying 2 knots in each of them, although if they will only be decorative cushions, a single knot will suffice. I'll leave that to your discretion. Just make sure to leave an opening in one of the corners and start putting in your filling, which can be purchased or better yet recycled from a pillow that you no longer use or another cushion that no longer serves you. Once filled, just finish tying the excess strips to completely close your cushion, and then it is ready to be used. So let's see how they look arranged in this case in my living room. As you can see, they look great and the colors give them a perfect contrast, and they will look great on you at these Ohio Day of the Dead parties. The best of all is that it was only with a little fabric and filling that could be from a pillow or cushion that we already have but do not use, is broken or wants to change. So there is no excuse not to decorate during these holidays, since this, apart from being very cheap and fast, is an activity that you can enjoy with your little ones from start to finish. As you already know, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with all your family, friends and acquaintances, like the Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, see us on Instagram, and check out the other videos, as I assure you that some of them will be very useful to you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked this advice. As always, see you in the next videos. Thank you.